Hey guys, it's Deena. It's your mindset evolutionary here at flynubianqueen.com, the network for melanated women just like you and me. Hold on, let me get this hair together. I'm doing that side swept look today. If you haven't already, as you guys are coming in, please give us the like, subscribe, and share here at Fly Nubian Queen on Facebook and YouTube. First of all, I want to say I hope you guys forgive me. I was not here last weekend. I've been traveling. It's the holidays, but I wanted to get another video in right before 2019 ends and before we hit 2020. And tonight we are going to talk about how to celebrate your your wins, your biggest moments for 2020, right? 2019 was an absolutely amazing year. And let me just start off by saying, greetings. I'm so glad you're here, my brilliantly beautiful, gifted beings, my black queens, and my kings who join us here as well. Thank you so much. I am so happy and so grateful to have been able to join the Fly Nubian Queen network this year. I started off, it's been about, I think I started off in March, late March, early April, if I'm not mistaken. And I have been doing videos weekly here at flynubianqueen.com. Please continue to give us the like, subscribe, the share, hit that notification bell so you can get notifications when all the queens go live. So one of my biggest wins this year is becoming a queen, a part of the Fly Nubian Queen network, being able to work here on this platform. I got an opportunity to meet Dr. Boyce Watkins in person, and lo and behold, I've been hanging out with the queen, Miss Lioness Crown herself, Jade Arundel. We got a chance to connect and build a little bit, and I think we're going to try to get together once or twice more before I get out of here and get back over to the West Coast where I'm doing my thing in entertainment. Let me just tell you that this was such an amazing, amazing year, 2019. 2019 was the year for me of total mind, body, spirit, everything, like all the planets were moving, all the energy was shifting and coming into alignment, right? Out of the chaos, something new and grand was being born for me personally, but dare I say, even in the community. If we take a look around, there were some major movements that happened in our community. And of course, there's been a lot of bickering and going back and forth, and some folks got exposed over here and some other folks got exposed over there, and alliances that we once thought were solid alliances have broken apart. Some people have got exposed, and some people have, gotten locked up. That, some of our icons have fallen, and others have gotten lifted up out of obscurity. Now we have new role models. We have these new beauty queens out here who are repping us around the globe, sisters of all melanated shades. I mean, there's so many amazing things that have happened. And so I'm going to ask everyone who's here right now in the comment section, I want us to share our biggest win of 2019. Whatever that was for you, let's take a couple minutes and just share that. And I'm going to say one of my biggest wins this year is being here with you on flynubianqueen.com. You have no idea how much it means to me and what it does for me personally and spiritually to be able to share my journey of love, healing, and forgiveness, my journey of becoming whole, my journey of self-love, with you, to demonstrate that what I'm going through is not unique. It's totally possible. Anyone can do it. And in me sharing that with you and getting the feedback that I get, the interaction that I get from you here on Facebook during the lives, after we posted it, once it goes on YouTube. And then some of you do reach out to my DM on Instagram, which is Deena Jacobs. That's Deena Jacobs, Deena Jacobs. flaunts on Instagram. And you can also like my fan page on Facebook and YouTube and see some of my older videos as well as some of the newer ones. But I just want to say that my biggest win is being right here with you and realizing that I'm Deena Jacobs, your mindset evolutionary, and that one of my, like, the purpose that I have is to guide Black women lovingly to freedom from negative conditioning. And it's not about being a savior for Black women. You know what it was about and where it all started was me. It all started with me guiding myself to freedom from negative conditioning. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that was not easy. It wasn't easy. But I'm here now and I'm on the other side of it. And I am so blessed and so happy to be able to share this moment with you of triumph. I am doing holistic healthcare. In the meantime, I started meditating. Now, I'm not doing it every day like I'm supposed to be, but you know, I'm working on it. I'm getting better every day, transcendental meditation. And I am also in therapy. As I have shared with you, I go weekly to my therapist, and she is reflecting back to me what I need to see so that I can be confident and build that confident foundation to really stand in my own personal truth. And so while you see me tearing up, I want you to know that these are tears of joy to celebrate. I want you to celebrate with me, kings and queens, our biggest wins, our biggest moments. I love myself completely and totally. I love myself inside and out, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I love myself from top to bottom. And let me tell you, getting to that place is not necessarily easy. It can be for some people, but for some of us, it's not easy. And I'm glad that I'm here to share that journey with you. You have no idea how blessed I feel and how much it assists me to be able to stand in my purpose with you. So enough about me. Let's get into some of your biggest wins. As we once we talk about some of your big wins, then we're going to talk about what the symbolism is of 2020. How do we win? How do we celebrate our biggest wins and take that energy that of winning from 2019 into 2020 to manifest our perfect vision. So we're going to get to that a little bit later on in this live. But in the meantime, happy holidays. Happy New Year's coming up. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Shalom. What else do we have to say? Merry Christmas. Happy birthday to all my Capricorn babies. So what's up? So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let me get into your comments here. So we have, let me see. Colette Hunter sends me smiles and hearts. Oh, hey, back at you, babe. Stephen Thrower, celebrate your wins. Okay, that's right. And let's celebrate yours too. I want you guys to put in what was your biggest win. Let's celebrate right now, people. There's so much negativity. Let's bring that positivity in. Let's finish off 2019 strong. Let's finish out 2019 confident and focused on positive energy. Let's finish out 2019 loving yourself completely, forgiving all the bad missteps, the sins, or anything where you didn't live up to the vision of who you are, because we're getting ready to go into 2020 where we're going to have perfect alignment and perfect vision if you believe spiritually. That's what we're getting ready to go into. And I want us to be ready. How to celebrate your wins in 2020. I'm showing you now. I'm demonstrating it for you. Energy up, positivity up. Look at what you have. Focus on the good things. Focus on the wins. And then you'll be able to take a moment and a deep breath to see where you can improve from a place of positivity and not beating yourself up. That's how we're going to celebrate Black people kings and queens. That's how we're going to continue to win in 2020. Let me get to some more of your comments. Charles Singleton says, hey, Queen, South Carolina in the house. Hey, South Carolina. Desiree New says, Desiree New. Okay, she just wanted to give herself a shout out. Nothing wrong with that. Miko put up the strong arm. All right, honey, you strong in 2019? I mean, in 2020? Get it. And Renee Mikaz says, hey, now, I see we got a handful of people in here. Let's get into the definition of 2020. Now, what does 2020 mean? According to American Optometric, am I saying that right? Optometric Association. Let me read that to you because I want to break it down how it goes into it spiritually. So 2020 vision is a term used to express normal visual acuity. Acuity is like the word accurate, right? It means clarity or sharpness of vision. So again, 2020 vision is a term used to express normal visual sharpness, normal visual clarity, or as they use the word acuity, measured at a distance of 20 feet, right? So you have 2020 vision. If you have 2020 vision, you can see clearly at 20 feet what should normally be seen at that distance. If you have 2100 vision, it means that you must be as close as 20 feet to see what someone else could see from 100 feet away, right? And if you have 120, that means that you can see, you have a vision. You can see all the way down to 100 feet away what someone else would need to be standing right up at 20 feet. So you have far-ranging vision, right? Having 20/20 vision does not necessarily mean you have perfect vision. All right, keep this in mind. 20/20 vision only indicates the sharpness or clarity of vision at a distance. You hear me? 20/20 vision only indicates the sharpness or clarity of vision at a distance. So we're talking about the clarity. 2020, the year 2020 is about having clarity of vision, sharpness at a distance. That's how you manifest. Other important vision skills, including peripheral awareness, meaning being able to see things that are happening outside of your direct focus without necessarily looking at them directly. That is key, peripheral awareness. As we continue to move forward on our quest for reparations, as we continue to move forward on our quest for elevation and equality in our societies, in our communities, to bring things back together in the family, between the men and the women, so we can reconnect and we can build our community. We got to stay focused. We got to have that sharpness or clarity of vision for 2020, right? We got to have that 2020 vision. We have to have clarity of vision at a distance. However, we also must understand it's not about having perfect vision, but we have to understand that it's about incorporating other important skills of vision, right? Including our peripheral awareness or our side vision, eye coordination, meaning that you can see things and you can coordinate where to move, when to catch something, when to let something go by you so it doesn't hit you. That's about coordination, being able to move according to what you're seeing around you. Depth perception, focusing ability, how well you can focus, how long you can stay focused. Color vision. Color vision to me spiritually gets into moods and chakras for those of us who like to get into and explore our inner energy fields. Contribute to your overall visual ability. Now, this is from the American Optometric Association. Okay, so these are the Eye Doctors Association. But what I'm doing is I'm also bringing it into the parallel. I'm drawing it into the connectedness of the spiritual realm, because you know how I am. I like to approach things from a holistic perspective. In 2020, it's about alignment. It's about mental clarity, vision manifesting. That's the mind, right? It's about the body. Let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food, right? Health and well-being, that's where we got to flow into, because if your temple is messed up, then you can't focus. You can't get your mind right. And you can't hear your spirit and the connectedness to the universe because your mind is clouded in its judgments and everything and trying to deal with everything that's going on in the body. So we have to make sure that we have all those spheres in alignment. All those different spheres have to come into alignment. And you know how you go to the eye doctor and they put those lenses down in front of your eyes and you see the circles come in and they're flipping them around, flipping them around, flipping them around until they find the one that gives you the clear vision. That's what this is about. Energy fields coming into alignment so that we can see the perfect vision. This is how we are going to win, because it's not just about an individual, my brilliantly beautiful, gifted beings. Yes, you are. Black women, you are so brilliant, so beautiful, so gifted. You're amazing. It's not just about you as the individual, but that is where it starts. This is also about vision in the community. This is about vision in the community. We should focus now on what it is we want to manifest for 2020. Push all the bickering to the side. Choose your focus. Where your attention goes, energy flows. I have talked about this so many times on different videos. Please feel free to go back and watch them. But we in 2020 have to choose our focus. We can no longer just allow ourselves to be distracted by some bickering in the community over here. Somebody says something about somebody over there. We don't agree with this person's political views over there. That's not what it's about anymore, people. What it is about is the overarching goal and vision that we have as a community. And that starts with you as the individual. And number one on that list is always about self-love. Loving yourself, getting right with yourself. Okay? So how do you win in 2020? You win by, first and foremost, you put yourself first. I'm going to say that again. Put yourself first, Black woman. This is the year where it is all about you. You taking care of you. You loving you. You serving you. You only accepting the things that feel good and right for you as a Black woman. We can choose. You can choose. It's all about choice. It's about things coming into focus for you, Queen. For you. You do not have to accept everything that's thrown your way, Black woman. We don't have to look at those shaking their booties. We do not have to look at those disrespecting themselves. We do not have to accept every image that the supremacist models or the mainstream media or whoever, wherever, whenever, whatever is giving to us. There are times when we can say, no, thank you. No, thank you. Have a wonderful day and turn our attention elsewhere. That's what this is about. Shifting your focus in 2020. That's how we're going to win, sisters. That's how we're going to win. Queens, we are going to win by focusing in on ourselves and only doing things that affirm us. You hear me, sisters? My brilliantly beautiful gifted beings, listen up. This is about only giving our attention to those things that fortify, that build, that make us feel good and allow us to relax in our feminine energy. Allow us to receive from a place of wholeness and give lovingly to ourselves. This is the year of us putting us first, Black women. This is the year where we give to self. It's not about anyone else outside of us. And this is the year of the no thank you. No thank you. This is the year where we are choosing actively, intelligently, and lovingly where we pay our attention to. Attention and time are linked. You can't separate them. Whatever you're giving your attention to, you are also giving your time to. And time is your most valuable, non-renewable resource. And so this is the year as we are closing out 2019. As we are closing out 2019, I want to say thank you so much for joining me, Deena Jacobs, here at flynubianqueen.com, the network for melanated women just like you and me. I'm Deena Jacobs, your mindset evolutionary, and thank you for joining me every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Pacific time and 10 p.m. Eastern time. I'm here with you a little early tonight because I'm back on the East Coast, baby, visiting family and friends and just enjoying. I brought the LA weather with me for the most part, so it's been like 50s and 60s over here, which is unusual for this time of year. It's usually very, very cold. But I was thinking about you guys, and if you haven't already, just hit the like, the subscribe, the share button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. And if you haven't by now, you got to do it this evening. As soon as we jump off this line, you have to check out Fly Nubian Money, because it's time that you get your money right and choose where you spend your dollars, right? Spend your dollars at the places that are affirming you, Black woman. Do the things that affirm you, Black woman, in a positive way. It's okay to stand in your glory and your beauty and your melanatedness. It's okay to be who you are as a Black woman and as a queen. It is okay for you to be classy. It is okay for you to say, no, thank you. That's not for me. No, that's not me. I'm so sorry. I'm not into that. I don't listen to that. I don't do that. It's not being bougie. Or wait a minute, maybe it is being bougie. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. We can be bougie. We don't have to be ghetto. That is a choice, right? And no shame or shade to those people who want to be ghetto or want to be hood or want to be whatever and don't like being bougie or consider themselves to be bougetto or whatever. This is about us, you, me, as individual women's, women's. Did I just say women's? As individual women, allowing ourselves to elevate to the highest level that we can, coming into focus of who we are. Who am I as an individual? I'm a mindset evolutionary, and I'm here to share that with you, ways in which you can shift and elevate your mind. This is about going into 2020 perfect vision. I put this in the description here, right? It's time to celebrate our biggest wins in 2019 and get focused on manifesting our highest visions and dreams in 2020. There's no excuse for Black women to feel like we're not being heard, to feel like we're not being taken seriously, to feel like we're not being taken care of. There's no excuses for us anymore in this moment, because you have to show people how to treat you. And 2020 is the year that Black women, queens, sis out here, all my sisters out here, right? All of us, we're going to show the world how we want to be treated. So when they put images and they say little slick things and those microaggressions, and they put these people on a pedestal who are extremely ratchet and unrepresentative of the majority of us in our highest states of being, we are going to make decisions that protect our spirit and protect the classiness, to protect the amazingness of who we are, that protect ourselves by discontinuing to pay attention Time and attention to those things. As soon as something comes up, this is how we're going to win in 2020. This is how we're going to celebrate our biggest come up in 2020, queens. We are going to stop paying attention to things that do not serve us. If it does not serve us, if it does not elevate us, if it does not love us, if it does not reflect the highest vision of who I am as a queen, as a Black woman here on this earth, one of the most brilliantly beautiful, gifted beings God has ever created is me, you, and all of us, right? If it doesn't reflect the greatness of who I am, if it doesn't manifest that vision right before my eyes, then I am going to turn away from it. You are going to turn away from it. Because this is about manifesting the vision. And when you pay time and attention into things that manifest and that affirm who you are, that uplift you and elevate the vision of who you are and give you good, balanced, wonderful energy. When you do that, you will see shifts and changes not only in yourself, not only in your immediate family and circle, but we will start to see shifts and changes in the community. It starts with us, me as an individual, you as an individual. Your time and attention is valuable. We are gods in human form. That is my belief. You can choose to believe or not believe, but I believe that I am a co-creator with God, and so are you. And it is time that we lock arms, we embrace our spirit self, our God, our universal force, energy, whatever you want to call it. It is time that we embrace that energy in love inside ourselves and say, you know what? I forgive me for focusing on things that brought me down, that tore me down, that did not reflect the greatness of who I am. And I am making a choice from this day forward to pick and choose where I pay my time and attention to. This is how we are going to win big in 2020, because we're going to bring everything into perfect alignment and focus, Black women, queens, my beautiful, brilliant, gifted beings. We are the creators. We are the original mothers. So we already know that a lot of this is stuff that we created. So if we are the people who created it, then we are the people who can turn away from it. We can tear it down just by simply not feeding energy to it. Where your energy and your attention goes, your energy flows and manifests. That's the creative energy. So if we choose, and we always have a choice, no one can ever control your mind unless you allow them to. You have to give them permission to program you. So if you continue to look at things that reflect to you, such as certain reality shows, such as certain scripted shows, such as all this beef and drama that people are having online, if you continue to give your energy and your time to that, guess what? It feeds into it and it makes it grow and get out of control. But if we decide, no, we're going to click away from that, we're going to turn that off, we're going to take some time for me. When Black women, we remember my sister Audre Lorde, self-care is an act is not selfish, it's an act of self-preservation, and that is an act of political warfare. The Black woman taking care of herself, focusing on herself, protecting herself, choosing for herself how she is going to be represented. What is she going to allow herself, myself, yourself to be engaged with, to listen to be a part of? That is an act of political warfare. That is a major chess move. We call ourselves queens. That is a queen move. Choose wisely what you pay and invest. When you pay for something, you're investing in its benefits towards you. So if you're paying attention to people online bickering, how is that investing in you? How is that getting us to the place we say we want to be with this movement? Exactly. It's moving us away from the goal. It's divisive. And it does not reflect who you are. I am a queen. I am a brilliant woman. I'm beautiful. I'm gifted. I have purpose. I'm a Black woman. I am part of the original mothers of this earth. Their DNA flows through me, not to mention the builders and the nurturers of this great nation. That blood is running through my veins. So I already know that I come from greatness. I come from a long line of greatness. And so my time and attention is royal energy, creative energy, spiritual energy. This is how we're going to win. When we start to look at our time and our attention as what it is, creative energy. Our time coupled with our attention goes into focus to manifest things. So if we allow them to control that, which they never really truly have real control of it, and if you go back to quoting Viktor Frankl, who wrote the book Man's Search for Meaning, when he was in a concentration camp, he was like, they might have my body, but they'll never have my mind. And he made some decisions to where he knew that they could never control what he was thinking. And that's when he began to shift and started visioning himself, giving speeches and writing books about the experience that he had in the concentration camp. So he started to see his way out of it, out of the slavery. That's what we're going to do in 2020, Queens. That's how we're going to win. We are only going to pay attention and time and focus and ultimately creative energy into manifesting things that elevate us, that free us from negative conditioning, from the lie of Black inferiority. That is what we are doing in 2020. That's what it's about, honey. And if you haven't already, I want to say thank you so much for joining me, Deena Jacobs, here at FlyNubianQueen.com, the network for melanated women just like you and me, the queens out there and the kings who join us. Thank you so much for joining me here every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Pacific time and 10 p.m. Eastern time, right here on FlyNubianQueen.com on Facebook. And then you catch the replay on YouTube, FlyNubianQueen.com YouTube, and also on Deena Jacobs Rants on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share. Please hit that notification bell. And it's time to get that money up. And you know this is tax season is right around the corner, right? Go to Fly Nubian Money and learn how to invest and understand how money markets work. Go to Fly Nubian Business to learn how to get your business on. I know you got a great idea. It's time to be an entrepreneur. It's all about that coming into 2020. Old systems are falling away and new systems are coming into focus in 2020. So if you haven't, text the word Queens to 31996. That's 31996. Now I know everyone's getting ready for their New Year's, right? Some of us will be in church. Some of us will be meditating. Some of us will be out partying. Some of us will be with family and friends, having a great meal, singing in the new year while they're watching a New Year's Rockin' Eve or whatever it is that you watch or enjoy as entertainment for that night. Some of us will be doing yoga. Some of us will be praying. You know, some of us will be making moves. You know what I'm saying? Right at the turn of midnight, right? From 11:59 to midnight. One thing I want us all to be thinking about is where we choose to put our attention, to pay our attention. Where our attention goes, energy flows. We are going into the year 2020. Understand, 2020 vision is a term used to express normal visual acuity, meaning accurateness, meaning sharpness, measured at a distance of 20 feet. If you have 2020 vision, you can see clearly what others can see at that same distance. And so this is where we're going to come into alignment to have a vision for ourselves and the community, but it starts with you. My biggest wins for 2019 is I started therapy, I started meditating, and I started a cleanse. I started a cleanse. So I am coming into total alignment, cleanliness, cleaning out my mind, right? Going to my therapist, airing out some things that were lingering. I've been working on some stuff for the past few years. I'm airing out those last little things, digging out the roots of those weeds that were growing in my mind from childhood, right? So I would encourage you, if you're having any issues or things that are lingering from your past, go see a therapist. You'd be surprised. Like, I didn't know I was going to be able to find a therapist that was going to be free, and a good one too. And I was able to find it through a couple of resources and organizations that I belong to. And believe me, no one knew that there was an opportunity for me or any of us who belong to this organization to get treatment for free. They don't tell everybody. So sometimes it's just a matter of asking around and telling people that you're interested in seeing someone and not being ashamed of it. There's no reason to be ashamed of taking care of you. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is self-preservation, meaning to preserve, meaning to keep the value, hold and increase the value of something that you're preserving, right? So when you preserve fruit, you're taking that fresh fruit and you're cutting it up, you're preparing it, you're adding sugar, and you're putting it in an airtight jar. And guess what it becomes? It becomes jellies, or it becomes jams, or it becomes fruits that you can later eat and use in pies. And it extends the life of them and even increases the value. So understand that self-care is self-preservation. Black women, we are here in 2020. We are going to be preserving our value and turning away from those things that we don't want to give energy to, that we don't want to pay attention to, that we do not want to create more of. We're going to be making better choices for ourselves, and we're going to put our focus on things that affirm the greatness of who we are. Yes? Yes. Somebody is trying to call me, y'all. Give me 1 second, okay? Well, they're just going to have to wait. Excuse the thing. They call interrupting me when I'm all in the flow. But anyway, let me see your comments here. I know you guys got a couple comments. So Elise Ellison Smith Cooper, peace and blessings. Right back at you, Queen. Sharon Chandler Burke says, hey, I need this win. Girl, you are already winning. What's your biggest win for 2019? I still haven't seen too many people put that in now. I know y'all are being shy right now, but stop it. Don't just let me talk all the time. I want to hear what you have to say. I got my teeth fixed this year. That was something I had been wanting to do since I was like 15. Okay? And finally, I was like, you know what am I doing? It's very affordable now. I can go online with one of these companies. It's not like a few years ago where you had to pay $5K off the break just to get some Invisalign, right? I got a company, I'm not going to say the name because they're not paying me any endorsement money right now. So, but I decided to do the invisible aligners, and look, my teeth are straight, and I haven't even finished. I'm on my last month right now. So These are the little things, taking care of me, putting me first. And one of the biggest things of taking care of you is knowing how to gracefully say, no, thank you. No, no, I'm not going to do that. No, no, thank you. But you have a wonderful time. Enjoy yourself. But no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. Picking and choosing where you put your attention to, because the more we focus on certain things, the more it manifests. Time and attention together equals creative energy. We are the creators, co-creators with God and each other in this realm. We want to stop the drama. We want to stop the fighting. We want to stop all the lascivious behavior. We want to stop all the ratchetness. We want to be associated with things of greatness. Then we can choose our focus. We can focus on the beauty queens who just stepped into place and claimed their crowns. We can turn away from the bickering in the community. We can focus on things that feed and elevate and lift us Black women. It's time for us to love ourselves. Love yourself, sis. 100%. The good, the bad, and the great. Okay? Yeah, we know there's some ugly parts there, here and there. Love those parts too. And of course, you can work on them. You know, you can heal some of those ugly parts of yourself. But what you want to do is you want to give the energy to the areas that are amazing about you and allow those to continue to grow and lift you up, to allow the ugly pieces to fall away. It's going to lift you up to allow some of those ugly pieces, those dead, those rotten, the things that no longer serve you. Go get a therapist. If you can't afford a one-on-one session, there's group therapy. There's meditation retreats. There's yoga. You can go online. All the information you need is free right there on the internet. That's how I did a lot of my journey. I did a lot of research. I couldn't afford a therapist a few years back. There were certain things I was dealing with, ailments. I was like, what's the spiritual connection to that? And I found myself helping a lot of my girlfriends get through things. And then it clicked and it dawned on me and it said, you know what, maybe you should share this with even a broader audience. We all have a purpose. We all have a calling. Shift your attention towards you. Focus on you, sis. You are the most important person in this world, queen. That's how we break the chains of Black inferiority. That's how we're going to break those chains forever, because the only chains that we have are mentally. And at any point in time, we can remove those, because no one can control your mind. You have to allow someone into your mind in order for them to control you. So if you have allowed someone outside of you to control you mentally, you can take a moment, meditate, go see a therapist if it's that deep, if you really need to. No shame in that. Actually, that is to be celebrated, because you're doing something for you. Eat right, make better food choices, love your body. We have beautiful bodies, gorgeous bodies, beautiful melanated skin that gets information and food and healing from vitamin D from the sun. That is us. So I'm not going to make this message too long or too late today. I think you got it. I'm going to be back to talk to you guys a little bit more as we're changing into the new year 2020. But it is time for us to celebrate our biggest wins. Black ladies, one of our biggest wins, African American women, descendants of slavery, foundational Blacks, whoever, however, whatever you want to identify as. Hey, you still my sis at the end of the day. I'm your sis, you're my sis, regardless of whether or not we agree on every single thing. I'm still going to share this message of love, healing, and forgiveness with you. Forgive yourself for the times you didn't live up to your highest purpose. Okay? Forgive yourself for the time and the energy and the creative attention that you focused in on negative images of yourself, that you believed the lie of Black inferiority, that you fed into the negative conditioning, you're free now. Allow yourself to bask in the glory and greatness of who you are as a Black woman. Can you imagine, like, you are manifested here as a Black woman? We are the most imitated and celebrated, low-key celebrated women on this planet Earth. Recognize that. Look around and you'll see it. It's everywhere. All over the world, they're imitating us. We're the most low-key celebrated, or high-key really, celebrated, worshipped women on this earth. Let's own it. Let's enjoy it. Let's choose to put our focus in those areas that elevate us. We have 5 Black women holding titles of beauty, class, and femininity around the world. Miss Universe, Miss America, Miss Teen USA, Miss USA, and I think it's Miss, is it Miss World as well? Isn't that something? And we didn't necessarily need them to tell us that. We already kind of knew that that was, because everybody's trying to imitate us and have been for centuries. So let's just own that and continue to love ourselves and continue to win in 2020. I'm leaving you with this word now. Choose your focus. It's all about coming into perfect focus, perfect vision, 2020 vision of manifesting. Where your attention goes, energy, creative energy flows. So choose your focus wisely. Only focus your creative energy on creating the best you. This is the time that we get to focus. I get to focus on me 100%. And I give you permission if you need that. But you need to give yourself permission to focus on your own care and elevation. You loving you 100%. Thank you so much for being here with me, Deena Jacobs, your mindset evolutionary, guiding Black women to freedom from negative conditioning. My brilliantly beautiful, gifted beings, I love you so much. And I can't wait. Give me a shout out on Instagram or anything. Let me know what your biggest wins of 2019 are and what your vision is for yourself in 2020. I want to talk about that the next time I go live. I want to have a couple of people I can shout out, because you know what? You are amazing. You are brilliant. You are gifted. You are a Black woman. And it's time that we own it.